I want to see how many red cards we can get in one season in FM24. So I've actually been playing football for most of my life since I was probably like 4 years old. And I've never gotten a red card before. And I've only ever gotten like two yellow cards, and one of them was a professional foul. So I feel like I've never really embraced the dark side of this sport. So in this video, we are going to embrace the dark side. We're going to create a Diego Simeone inspired team, and we are going to get as many red cards as we can in one season. So I'm going to try this with Everton because we are essentially creating like a Brexit FC Sunday League football tactical style here to try and get as many red cards as we can. So to get all of these red cards, this is the tactic I have designed. And by that, I mean, it's just like a regular 4-3-3 tactic, but we have modified it in certain ways to try and be as red card friendly as possible. We are going with slightly more direct passing in the hopes that we won't have the ball as much. We're going with a little bit of a higher defensive line in the hopes that maybe if if the other team gets people in behind, we might hack them down for red cards. And most importantly, we're getting stuck in. I think this is the most important thing to any tactic that's going to try and get red cards, is that we need to get stuck in. Additionally, I've gone into the player instructions for each player, and I've given them the tackle harder instruction in the hope that if they tackle harder, they're more likely to get that second yellow or get that red card. So as you can see here, for each position, we are tackling harder, from our two wingers to our ball-winning midfielders in the center, to, as we can see down here, to all of our defenders who are all going to tackle harder, and even our goalkeeper, who is a sweeper keeper on support, we are asking him to tackle harder as well. If Jordan Pickford gets a red card in this, that would be absolutely insane. I've also tried to make some of it more red card friendly, like the roles. Like we have fullbacks as opposed to wingbacks, so hopefully they'll be more likely to go into the tackle. We have two ball-winning midfielders. We don't have any playmakers. We have a pressing forward instead of an advanced forward. So hopefully all of these things will lead them to get in the tackle more and be more likely to get red carded. So we are with Everton in the EPL. We have 38 matches to get as many red cards as possible. I think the goal here is I want to see 10 reds. If we get 10 red cards, I think that would be pretty insane. That'd be almost a red card in between every 3 and 4 matches. That's a lot of reds, and I feel like it's really difficult to get red cards in Football Manager. I feel like we don't see it, or at least I anecdotally don't see it that often. So I want to see massive red card accumulations. So again, if we get 10 red cards, I will consider this experiment to be complete. But I'm going to simulate this first season with our tactic that is hopefully red card friendly, and we will see what we do. All right, we are back, and surprisingly, our red card friendly tactic, we finished in 12th. And we're in the Europa Cup. Did we win something? Oh, we won the Caribou Cup, and we finished runner-up in the FA Cup. We were brilliant. How did this happen? And we had where would we have finished without the 6-point deduction? So we had 45 points, we would have got 51. We would have finished 10th. So apparently, low-key, this tactic's like really good. But the question is, did we get red cards? We beat Spurs. We prevented Spurs from getting a trophy. But did we get red cards? All right, looking through here, I'm not seeing reds. Did we get any red cards? We got one red card there. Okay, I've gone through half of the season here, and we've got one red card. I guess the easiest way to look at this is just go stats. Let's go to team detailed. Let's go to red cards. We only got 2 red. Wolves got 7 red cards. What on earth were Wolves doing to get 7 red cards? We got the most yellow cards. Wolves didn't even get that many yellows. Why did they get so many reds? We got 70 yellow cards and we didn't turn any of that into reds. Wolves got 30 less yellow cards than we did. They got 40 yellow cards. But they got more than 3 times as many red cards as we did. How is this possible? How did Wolves get so many red cards? They had less fouls. They had 202 less fouls than we did. and 30 less yellow cards, and somehow they had 7 red cards. I'm genuinely flat. That's the most red cards I've ever seen in Football Manager for one team. I'm genuinely flabbergasted at how Wolves got 7 red cards. I don't even know how to make this any more like red card friendly. Like everyone's tackling harder. How do we make this more red card friendly? All right, I've gone back in time to the beginning of the season, and we are going to make this the most red card friendly tactic and team it could possibly be. We're going to get at least 10 red cards, and we're going to do that by creating a team of absolute psychopaths. So to do this, we have used the in-game editor to create a team of psychopaths who are going to go out to destroy the other team and get red cards. We are making everyone super aggressive. Even our goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford, has an aggression of 20. But we haven't stopped there. So we're making everyone with an aggression of 20, but we are also giving our outfield players, every single one, a tackling of 1. And if we go into their attribute details, I'm giving their dirtiness 20, and I'm giving them some special player traits. Notably, they're going to argue with officials and they are going to dive into tackles. And this should give us the psychopathic nature we need to get as many red cards as possible. So from Nathan Patterson all the way to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they are super aggressive, they are terrible at tackling, and they argue with officials and dive into tackles. So they're bad at tackling, they want to tackle a lot because they're aggressive, and they're trying to tackle in the worst possible way. And hopefully, then they'll argue with the officials once they get yellow carded, and this will make them more likely to get a red card. So to go with this team of absolute maniacs who are just going into the tackle like true Sunday League footballers would, we have also created the tactic to be a little bit more red card friendly. We still have everyone, if we go to the player traits here, everyone is still tackling harder. And I think this will be even better now that everyone is really bad at tackling and everyone wants to dive into the tackles. I think it will be good that they want to tackle harder. But in addition to that, we are making a tactic that has as little possession as possible. We have upped the passing directness. We have upped the tempo. So we're just trying to get the ball forward as quickly as possible, hopefully losing the ball as quickly as possible, giving us more opportunities to tackle because we don't have the ball. We're also distributing quickly, so hopefully we're just getting the ball out. We're counter pressing. We're also countering. We have that high defensive line just as we saw before. We're getting stuck in, we're stepping up more, and we're triggering the press. So hopefully what we're doing is we're getting the ball forward, we're immediately losing the ball, then we're pressing, tackling, getting stuck in, and hopefully that will lead to some more red cards. So the real question is, will this combination of absolute Sunday League football maniacs and a tactic that brings out the worst in them, will that lead to at least 10 red cards? I'm going to sim this season. Let's find out together. So unlike last time where we actually did really well, we finished in 20th. So this tactic is really bad. So I do not recommend this tactic unless you want to be bad, but let's look at our schedule. Did we get reds? I see so many losses here. We did not get a red there. We still haven't gotten a red. Oh, here we go. 4 matches into the Premier League season. Nathan Patterson sent off. Idrissa Gueye sent off. This is what James Garner sent off. Nathan Patterson sent off. We had a red card in, let's see, 1, 2, 3 matches in a row. 4 out of 5 matches. This is amazing. Beto sent off. We had a streak there where we didn't. Oh, man. Yes, okay. Beto sent off again. Idrissa Gueye, Danjuma. Here we go. Jack Harrison, Dwight McNeil. This is what we want to see. We want to see massive. Seamus Coleman. This is exactly what we wanted. Mikolenko. All right. That might have been enough reds to complete this challenge. So again, to see how many reds, let's go back. And we got 11 red cards. Let's go. There were a lot of red cards this season. Bournemouth with 4, West Ham with 4, but 11 red cards. This is what I am talking about. That is a red card in 1 to every 3 or 4 matches in the league. We only got 109 red cards, so we added a solid 30 red cards, and we added 30 yellow cards and 9 red cards. I understand though. So if we go here, Wolves got 2. What about last season made Wolves get 7 red cards? Why did they get so many? That might be more impressive than what we've just done. So looking at the squad and sorting by reds, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players get red cards over the course of the season. We had 8 red cards here, the 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total red cards. That's kind of crazy. Well, with 11 red cards in the EPL and 13 red cards overall, I feel like we have truly embraced the dark side of football and completed this red card challenge. This was fun. I enjoyed this one. Well, that is everything I have for this video. I hope that you all enjoyed this video and the absolute kind of maniacal nature of this video. But I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!